Offense was an issue for the Lakers. Didn't shoot it well, and they're 95 points, the fewest in any of the 24 games that LeBron and Luka have played together. It results in the largest first-round Game 1 loss of LeBron's playoff career. All right, joined now by Kendrick Perkins. And, Perk, look, it is quite obvious that the Timberwolves were unfazed and unbothered about starting this series against the Lakers in L.A., but how do you explain them going into that arena and blowing out LeBron and Luka?
They got on their ass like back pockets defensively. That's what they did. And a pair of apple bottoms. And listen, it started with Anthony Edwards. They had them uncomfortable, Reeves, the entire night.
I'm uncomfortable now.
They were pressuring up. They were physical with them. They were communicating on switches. They did a great job of sliding their puppies all across the board. And here's the one thing that J.J. Redick didn't say in his interview. He didn't say, I got to hold myself accountable for his defensive scheme. Because over the last 2 months, what J.J. and the Lakers do defensively is they load up boxes and elbows, and they dare teams to make three-point shots. And that's exactly what this professional team did today in the Minnesota Timberwolves. They have shot makers. Jay McDaniels have made threes in the playoffs before. He did it last year. Niles Reed is known for knocking down three-point shots. Anthony Edwards had a career year from the three-point line. So now J.J. Redick has to go back to the drawing board and make an in-series adjustment. What are you going to do? Are you going to play Jackson Hayes more minutes? Are you not going to play the small ball lineup so much? How can I get LeBron James going even more? Maybe try him on the low block to create mismatches so he could punish the smaller guys. Whatever it is, that was a total team loss all across the board, not just the players, but on J.J. Redick as well.
So to your point, 21 for 42 is what Minnesota shot from three, and Naz Reid was 6 of 9 off the bench. He finished with 23. Speaking of points, though, let's go to L.A. for a second. We mentioned how few points they scored in this game, especially since LeBron and Luka have been together. Everyone believes that Luka and LeBron can lead a team, obviously, deep into the playoffs, but they're going to need some help. It may not be the same person every night, but they're going to have someone else pull some of that scoring load. Is it Austin Reeves, or has it got to be somebody else here?
Look, Eves, I said this before the postseason, and I was called everything but a child of God. LeBron James and Luka are the best players on the Lakers. We know this. Austin Reeves is the most important player on the Lakers, especially to their success. When Austin Reeves scores 20 or more, the Lakers were 27-9 in the regular season. Austin Reeves has to get going because you're asking LeBron James to do so much. At times, he's playing the center position. Now you need that secondary ball handler and playmaker to not only go out there and get his, but create for others. And that's what the Minnesota Timberwolves did a great job of as well, is taking Austin Reeves completely out of the game. He made some shots late in the fourth, but again, it was out of control at that point.
All right, Perk, appreciate the context as always. Quick question, real talk. When was the last time you saw some apple-bottom jeans?
Back in like 2003 when my wife had them on when I first walked up to her and told her I wanted to holler at her.
Oh, but the real question is, did she have on boots with the fur? My man, Perk, we'll talk to you soon, brother. Saturday, the nightcap, Lakers, Timberwolves, LeBron, Ant-Man in L.A. And Minnesota came to L.A. with some ill intentions. We pick it up in the third quarter. You see the score, do the math. They're already up 24. Ant-Man over LeBron. Can't get it to fall. He ends up limping off, but he would return in the fourth quarter. Right before the end of the third, though, Lakers down 19. Luka! Ooh. He had 31 after 3 quarters, but they were still down 16 going to the fourth. How, Sway? Fourth quarter. It's now a 13-point game. Ant-Man, we told you he was back, and that is deep. Push the lead back to 16. And then here, Dante DiVincenzo out in front of everybody. Timberwolves housed the Lakers 117-95. And look, the stars are going to play, obviously, but it's about that supporting cast for both of these squads. Look what the Timberwolves bench did. They went off, outscoring the Lakers bench 43-13. Huge performance from Naz Reid, 23.6 threes. And that bench also finished the game with more assists than LA's. More now from Los Angeles is George Sedano.
And they threw the first punch. You guys threw the knockout blow. What kind of statement did you make today?
I don't know, man. I think we just came out ready to play.
Jayden McDaniels was phenomenal in this game. You know, what kind of mindset does he have when it comes to these kind of moments?
We tell him every game, man, be the MVP. Be the MVP of the game on both sides of the ball. And we knew this series, man, they was going to have faith that he wasn't going to be aggressive all night. And we told him throughout the whole week, hey, be aggressive the whole game. Don't stop shooting. Find your spots. Trust yourself. Trust your work. And he did that. And here you go right here, the MVP of the night, baby.
Jayden, let's talk to you real quick before we let you guys go. Just, again, what you were thinking out there, hitting all those shots, having to take on the toughest cover tonight. What was your mindset?
Man, just going out playing with confidence. I know all my teammates trust me. Ant always tell me, shoot the ball no matter what, miss or make, and that's what I did tonight.
Ant, you said this week to the media that everybody's picking the Lakers, and you like that.
Yeah.
So you also sent a text message to your group before this series started. What was that message to your teammates?
Just, you know, we the underdogs and be aggressive. Come out ready to fight. It's going to be a dog fight. It's going to be tough. And like I said, man, everybody got to trust their work, trust themselves, and they did that tonight.
How's the calf?
It's getting better, man, day by day.
And then lastly, how do you guys get greedy and potentially win a second game here?
Nothing different. Come out with the game, same mindset, and just be aggressive and try to throw the first punch and the last punch.
Ant, Jayden, congratulations, guys.
All right, so new on SportsCenter, here's Wolves coach Chris Finch.
Chris, just what do you think overall of being able to weather a few storms that you had to do and kind of take control as the game went along?
Yeah, I thought, you know, after the opening few minutes, you know, I think we were just a little sluggish. I think excited. You know, I saw some guys kind of go through their first tank of gas pretty quick. But once we settled into, you know, the game plan and offensively, you know, picked up our pace and our decision making and, you know, the concepts that we had been focusing on, like, you know, things started to come together. Of course, our bench was huge, you know, outstanding job by those guys really coming in and giving us a jolt at the right time.
And just what can you say about Jayden and the way that he came through for you?
Yeah, huge. I mean, just his hustle plays early on. You know, his first shot went in. His hustle plays early on just kind of kept us hanging around until we could find some rhythm and make a run. He was outstanding at both ends of the floor, and you know, we need that type of effort from him. And you know, we've seen that through the middle part of the season when he's really kind of taken a massive step. And I mean, we saw it last year in the playoffs too. So you know, couldn't have been at a better time for us.
Lakers 22-point loss, tied for their largest margin of defeat in a Game 1 home loss in franchise history. Here's J.J. Redick.
They were able to get the start of their run was